How's camp going? Year 2 for you. Had some big moments a year ago, but how's it started out there in Lawrence? I know it's hot as heck out there right now.
It has been warm. It's been a warm summer, as it has been for most of the country. But, really proud of our guys. And it's a night and day difference, as you could well imagine, from a year ago arriving in May to take over a program without having spring football. Most of camp was installation of scheme, trying to establish cultural foundations, and really just trying to get to know each other, player to coach and coach to player, and now it's just so much smoother, and we have an idea of where we're going, and we have a lot of work to do, but our guys have really embraced it, and I'm pleased where it's trending.
I'm looking forward to getting out there in a couple weeks to spend a couple days with you guys, and to kind of view the culture you were talking about, right? Speak to what you envision the culture of a football program coached by Lance Leipold.
Well, again, for us, and I think most people know that, the past 10, 12 years at University of Kansas football has struggled, and trying to change a culture of attitude and then results is not going to be an overnight thing. And what we talk about is daily improvement and focus on what we can do. But within the culture is culture's action. It's not a bunch of slogans or some words you throw up on a wall. You've got to act it. You got to do it. And a lot of those things have to do with being coachable, how we work, how we give back to our community, embrace the opportunity that has been given to us. And at the end of the day, are we putting it all out there that we can be the best version of ourselves each and every day? And if our guys are doing it, what more can I ask of them, and what can our coaches ask of them? So, and I think as we slowly look at it, and instead of getting ourselves too much worried about yesterday or worrying about tomorrow, when we do these little things, I think our team has been able to embrace that. I think we saw that the last 3 weeks of the season, and we've tried to build upon that here as we've gone through the offseason and now the early part of camp.
We're speaking with head coach Kansas Jayhawks football program, Lance Leipold, here on the Mercedes-Benz Vans phone line. One of the neat parts of last season was, of course, the overtime win at Texas, right? Jared Casey, your tight end, had never caught a ball before. Speak to how much of a catapult that was for all the work that your team had put in all year long, because you'd only won one game up to that point, but to go to Texas at Austin, to do that and stick with it and play the way you did the next 2 weeks against TCU and West Virginia, just kind of talk about that a little bit.
Well, I think you hit on some key points there, as you know, and from your own days of playing, and anyone that's been through it. And when you watch, whether it be college or professional sports, when you get to that later part of the season in November, and I mentioned earlier the struggles of this program, a transition that happens late, and you're 1-8, and you're going to one of the blue blood programs of college football. There's a lot of times young men will just play out the slate, and sometimes it's not everything that you want as far as intensity and focus goes. And for us to go down there and play and have some early success in that game, much like we did against Oklahoma at home in October, I was so proud we were able to get some momentum and gain some confidence, and to see the guys, first of all, believe in one another, battle. Texas made it, battled back, put it into overtime, but to see the joy, and just like any time you have a big win, and then you could even embrace more that the locker room was starting to believe in one another, believe in the structure and the plan of what we were putting together, and they went out and they practiced like that the last 2 games, though we came up short. Again, you could see us starting to narrow gaps and things that within our between us and our opponents, and was really proud of it. And then as we headed into the off-season program, starting after the first of the year, you could see an extra sense of enthusiasm and attention to detail. And then first day of spring practice, the level and volume of communication and confidence had started to rise. And all those things are part of that step-by-step approach that's going to be needed here.